Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one. So today we're going to talk about how the one thing that a man cannot compromise on in a relationship is kids. Now this is a clip by the lead attorney. I actually reacted to this in one of my lives, but this little clip has stuck with me over and over and over again. And we're going to jump into this. But before we do, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps keep this channel going. So let's just jump into this real fast. And then I have an extra clip about the Godfather, the original Godfather, Tom Leykis, and what he has to say. Let's go.
A girlfriend or a wife. Y'all, what are y'all, married or whatever? To me, it's a damn girlfriend. It really is. And y'all don't have any kids. Y'all are young. I listen, I'm not the person to tell anybody to break up or divorce. What I'm trying to tell you though, is that you are going to be all right and you feel tended. She's trying to lead you down her path. And it is clear that's a path that you don't want to go down. I can't say it better than that. She's trying to get you to go somewhere that you do not want to go. Follow a plan that you do not want to follow. And the only reason that you're hesitant is because it's like you have this obligation, this duty, you want to make her happy.
I guess I have one last question. Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel like, or have you ever heard of the guilt of like, you sort of feel like you owe them a child or you owe them?
Look at his face.
Yeah, I'm so glad you called in. Wait, what? Are you Christian? Like, what? This sounds like something different. This sounds like cultural.
Look at the lead attorney's face. Let's just see that one more time, guys. Let's just see that one more time. And the lead attorney, guys, he is a 20-year divorce attorney from Atlanta. So he's seen it all. He's seen men get destroyed in court. Let's see this one more time.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel like, or have you ever heard of the guilt of like, you sort of feel like you owe them a child or you owe them?
Yeah, I'm so glad you called in. Wait, what? Are you Christian? Like, what? This sounds like something different. This sounds like cultural, because you don't really hear. I'm not
Christian, but I mean, I grew up Christian, sort of, but barely. Not enough to consider myself Christian.
What do you consider yourself culturally?
I mean, like culturally, I'm Hispanic.
Yeah. Somebody owing somebody a child, that's not that's out there. That will really get you.
But from like because women, they start to run against the clock, right? So you feel like, man, she's already maybe late 20s.
Not
she
your
has
problem,
to try to get everything together, by early mid 30s. So it's like you're putting somebody in this effed up situation. I guess at the end of the day you can't foresee this, but it's sort of still like since you're already here, it's like it's not since you're already here have it, but it's like there's a sense of not responsibility. I mean, it's sort of like the responsibility towards their happiness thing, but it's a little bit,
You can see, guys, he's reasoning with himself. He knows this is BS, but he's trying to talk himself into making it make sense. And let's see what the lead has to say.
How many kids do you feel like you owe her?
No, I mean, I don't want to necessarily put it like that per se. I mean, I guess,
I mean, that's what you said, right? You asked me if I had I mean, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Have I ever felt like
if I had to pick a number, probably one, because, I wasn't really planning on having more than one from like a financial standpoint too. But yeah, I mean, it's more from like hey, if things don't work out for her, it's kind of screwed. It's kind of screwy for her too, It's like, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's just like, Yeah, go ahead.
If things don't work out for her, it's kind of screwy. Okay. What if things don't work out for you?
Boom, right there. See? This guy's wife has him flim-flam and bamboozled, putting her interests in front of his purpose. And this guy, for some background, he's a software engineer. He's 27, he's married, he already has a house. He just bought another property. So this guy's killing it in life. He's an ambitious guy, but his wife's plans are derailing his plans, and all she has is emotional manipulation to make him deviate from his strategy. And look at him trying to click-clack the wheels in his head to make this make sense. And the question the lead just asked makes perfect sense. What about your plan? What if it doesn't work out for you?
What if things don't work out for you? And what if you spend the next 9 years following someone else's plan? What if things don't work out for you? I just collab with this podcast called Let's Keep It a Buck. And these brothers are young. They're 22 and 23 years old. And they asked me a very insightful question. They said, if I had sons who were 18, what would I tell them about dating? And one of the things I told them, I would tell my sons is that women are not special.
Facts.
They're not. You know what women are, Ant? They're fucking human.
Facts.
You know what you are? You're human. Y'all are equal, right? You have to take care of yourself. Guess what she has to do? Take care of herself. She has to watch out for her own self-interest. And to be honest, she is. If she was not watching out for her self-interest, if she really loved you and wanted to do everything you wanted to do, where would she be at? She'd be in that goddamn duplex. Is she in that duplex? No, because she thinks about her self-interest.
Facts.
Who is the one person who's not thinking about their self-interest in this? You're talking about owing her kids now and all this, and you're going down the wrong road. This is a human being. This is what she is, your wife, and she has to watch out for herself, and to be honest, she's doing it.
Facts. So guys, I'm gonna link this whole video in the comment, in the description, so you guys can watch the whole thing because it gets better from here. But let's just see what the OG Godfather Tom Leykis has to say.
I do want kids. However, I am not ready financially, emotionally, physically, etc. We make good money, but due to college loans and stupid financial decisions, we were both in debt. We discussed kids before we got married, of course. It settled on at least 3 years before we would have a kid. Now she is getting those damn motherly instincts and wants one now. She feels it is wrong to make her wait. I tell her it is more inconsiderate to make me have a kid when I am not ready. Her logic is it may take a year or more to get pregnant, then 9 months to have the kid. So therefore, in her woman logic, that is about 3 years. What can I do? Oh, and leaving is not an option. I know you're going to chastise me, but I work for her father. Sign me forced fatherhood. That's what Andy signs himself, forced fatherhood. We didn't use Andy's last name here, so he's cool at home. But yes, forced fatherhood is how he signs it. Now, Andy, I got some news for you here, okay? You say you have, hey, you make it sound like you got no options here. Of course you got an option. Leave. As I've always said on this program, there is no way to compromise. When you're talking about children, you can't have half a baby. You can't have half now, another half in 3 years. You can't do it. The two of you have an agreement. You agreed. According to you, you agreed that you would wait 3 years to have a baby. You agreed on that. You settled on that. It says it right here. Now she feels it's wrong to make her wait. Well, guess what? You have an agreement. You know, you took wedding vows, and those are certainly vows, but you also had an agreement on how long you would wait to have a baby. It is unfair for her to try to back down on the agreement the two of you have. Now, this is one of those, and I pointed this out on the air many times, this is one of the reasons why it's a good idea not to get married until your debt problems are taken care of. You should both come into a marriage clean and free of debt. Because you're going to be incurring all kinds of new debt when you get married. Maybe you'll buy a house or a condo. Maybe you'll buy a new car. Or even a used car. And at some point you might have kids, and that costs a fortune. You should be able to say, no, not now, not ready, not happening. And if she, agreed to that and now wants to back down on the promise, you could simply leave. And you know what? If I was with someone who agreed to wait 3 years, so we argued about it or discussed it or debated it or whatever, and we finally settled on, all right, 3 years, that's how long we're going to wait. I'd rather go 5. You'd rather go no time at all. We compromised on 3 years. If you agreed on that and then got married, and then she says, well, no, it's not fair to make me wait. You know what? You can do better than that. You can leave. Who was she to back down on the agreement the two of you had? That's part of the agreement. When you got married, you agreed to that.
Absolute facts. And all he's asking is saying, hold her to the agreement that you made, and you shouldn't be the one to have to back down and concede power. And that's exactly what the lead attorney said.
You know what? You best get out while the getting's good, because if she backed down on that, what other vows, whatever promises is she going to back down on or tell you you're unfair for enforcing? You agreed on this. You know what? If she told you before you got married you'd have to have a baby right away, maybe you wouldn't have married her. Maybe you wouldn't even continue dating her. You married her in part because the two of you agreed that you'd wait 3 years to have a baby. As far as I'm concerned, this is as much a promise as any wedding vow. By the way, what kind of birth control are you using, Andy?
Probably none.
Condoms? Do you leave those lying around? She may make the decision for you.
Matter of fact, guys, let's just stop it here. If you are with any chick and she decides to start talking baby talk, guys, either wrap it up or, you know what, don't leave. Don't even have sex with her at all, because somehow, some way, she's gonna try and make it happen.
So now, some of you may have a different point of view on this, but my opinion is simple. And by the way, I'm real consistent with this stuff. I don't just come on the air and say stuff for shock value. I don't come on the air and tell you this stuff simply because I want to get a reaction. I really do believe if you have an agreement on this, it's sacrosanct. She didn't have to marry you. She could have said, I don't want to wait 3 years. You know what? I'm going to marry somebody who's going to impregnate me right now. And if that's what she wanted, she should have done that. But no. Like all women out there, she agreed to the 3 years, got you to marry her, and then figures you'll change. And then when you don't change, she tells you you're not fair.
Or you're the bad guy, or you're the jerk, or you're the asshole. Yep.
No, what's not fair is agreeing to something and then later telling you you're wrong for expecting her to live up to the promise she made. My opinion is leave. Do you disagree with that?
Facts, dude. Facts. Anyone that disagrees, clown world. Guys, you have to stick to the agreements that you made, and you have to put your interests first. And if you don't want kids, period, then you shouldn't even be with a woman who says she wants kids. If you don't want kids now, stick to it, guys. Stick to it. And you can't control her, but you can control yourself. Wrap it up every time, break up with her, or just don't even sleep with her until this foolishness is taken care of. All right, you guys. Let me know what you think. This is AJ. I'm out of here.